Hello again, listeners. Welcome to another Kotu Classic FPL podcast on the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. I am your host, Chama, and today with me again I have my good friend here, Rieske Urai. Rieske, welcome to the Kotu Classic FPL podcast once again. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey Chama, thanks for having me again. I'm a regular now,
Yeah,
seems like.
you seems like a regular now. So today, guys, we will preview game week 36. Double game week, the big double game week, of course. This is the biggest double of the season. Three more game weeks to go, and we will look back at game week 35, how we did, and then look at the Kodu Classic mini leagues, see who was doing well and things like that, and then we will talk about our teams going into game week 36. Yeah. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. We will start with the results of game week 35. Reske, any games that hit home in game week 35? Which games did you enjoy? I think we watched the first game together again. That was Liverpool
Yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah.
What
That
was the
game
most
was
entertaining?
what? Which game was actually I didn't get to see a lot of the games last week, but I mean Spurs game was finally they started scoring again.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was kind of fun to watch. But I hope that if Kane scored more than Son, but doesn't really matter. Spurs scored it was a satisfying game to watch.
Definitely. Because you had
Yeah.
Kane and Son, right?
Yeah. That's everything. And then Man U, Ronaldo, his goal got denied, but he scored one goal. That was a good game to watch as well as a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah. Definitely. I personally too. I do not watch a lot of games. The sports game, to be honest, I was watching it whilst I was doing a podcast on the Gambia stuff. So I not really, but I can see Son doing things, and he was my captain, obviously. So it makes it even sweeter for me to see him. He was the highest scorer of the week, of course, with 19 whooping 19 points. That was amazing. Yeah, but otherwise, I did not watch a lot of games. I saw some players scoring goals like Watkins, Richarlison. We talk about those players going into our game
Yeah.
this weekend. So seeing them to score, yeah, I was a little bit, but yeah, I had Hinacho in my team who also scored. So and he was on the bench, by the way. Yeah, but I did not see a lot of games, so I don't think it's it is interesting to talk about the games. We can go right into our teams and discuss about them. How did your team go?
Yeah. So not really the best. I didn't get the best out of my players this week.
Yeah,
Salah, he didn't start, so he only got 1 point. Um, it was like I could have got more points if I captained Son instead of Kane, but I chose the wrong Spurs player. So yeah, there I lost a couple of points there. But yeah, Laporte, Manchester City defend as a defender. Like I expect him to, get 6 points. And yeah, Emerson Royale, he almost did made a clean sheet, but they've conceded in the second half, the final few minutes, like 15 minutes. I think they conceded a goal.
yeah, Hinacho.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, not very satisfying scores, but it is what it is. Coutinho, he I hope he does well this game week because I brought him in for the
For the
coming
double.
two double game week. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my team. 59 points.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, if you have that double sports players, I think it looks solid. And especially considering you kind of avoided the Salah captaincy, because I think many managers were thinking about Salah captain, because like kind of that is the norm now when it comes to playing FPL. So if you were not on that boat, then you are okay, kind of. Yeah, but 59 is not bad. You had a huge rank rise. I think you were at 350k. Now you are at 304k. So not bad. Happy days, right? Green arrow.
Yeah, green arrow. That's what it all matters. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, let's look at my team. Yeah, I had 82 points. It was huge because of Son, of course. I captained Son, and I had Tellus. I think the Tellus point is the points I enjoy the most in my FPL season. To be honest, I did not like him in my team, to be honest, because he's a Manchester United player. I did not trust United defensively. But sometimes you just make those moves when they are a bit premature, you know. Man United, I had tell us 2 game weeks ago, and Man United were playing Brentford at home. So many managers were kind of transferring him out because of United were so bad, and they did not impress in the previous few games. Tell us himself he did not impress. He was poor. But he's an attacking fullback, and they play at home to a team that Manchester United is better. Like Brentford. You will expect Man United to win that game, right? So you will not want to transfer him in that particular game week. And I kind of stuck to my guns. I stick with him, and then he gave me 12 points. So that's why I really enjoy those 12 points, because I waited for the transfer to mature before I made the move. Just like, yeah, you know. But yeah, that was it. And goalkeeper, I had Jose Sa. In defense, I had Van Dijk and Cancelo, of course. Trent was out, so Nketiah came in for him with his 1 point. But yeah, Son did all the things, and Kulusevski with 8 points, he came off the bench to give 2 assists to Son, which make it also very sweet. Coutinho, I brought him in, like you say, for the double game week. I was hoping that he can do something with the Norwich fixture, but at least he's outscored the player I transferred out, which was Mount, who got 1 point. Saka got 4 points. Nketiah and Workhouse at top, they got 1 point each. Yeah, 82 points. Surprisingly, I was manager of the week of the Kotu Classic Mini League too. I had the highest
Wow.
number of points. I couldn't believe it. I would expect somebody to have more points, but yeah, I don't think every manager have Son. So the difference was Son captaincy, right? If you have Son and you captain him, it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah,
But
Son and Tellers, I think, was the big played the big part of your team this game week. Yeah.
yeah. So that was it for my team. So we can look at the Kodu Classic Mini League update. We don't need to look at the manager of the week, of course. So we can just look at the league table.
No, let's talk about manager of the week too. Why not?
Okay, let's start with the Code Classic Mini League update. You have dropped one. Oh, you are in still your position,
Yeah,
21.
I stayed.
You are trying to break into the top 20. To avoid the relegation. You know, not
I
bad.
mean, yeah, I think I still have a chance, but maybe not top 10, right? Like I think I've got more than 100 points difference.
Yeah, top 10 is quite hard for you, but not more
Or
than.
actually, no. Actually, no.
It's just about 45 points. You can break in.
Well, I mean, I only have like how many more weeks? 4 weeks?
Yeah, for 3 more weeks to go. With a
3
couple
more
of
weeks.
double game weeks, right? 37, 36 and
Yeah.
37 are doubles. Do you have any chip to play, like a free hit, a bench boost or something?
I've got triple captain actually.
So what's the plan for that?
I'm always looking for the best opportunity.
You
It
don't.
could be this game week or the next game week.
Okay, then we will talk about that. Yeah, me too. I think we are in the same boat. I have the triple
Yeah.
captain chip too, so I will either use it. I will I will most likely use it this week for me personally. So yeah, top 10 we have Kiki Loftus, Amara Cole, 10th, and at 9 we have Solomon Bruce Oliver, so our guy, the main host of the sport, and Thomas Bright at 8, Amadou Sadio Barry
Oh,
at 7. Tom is doing well, right? He's going up again. And
yeah.
Suleiman Gay, he has been on in a huge rise these past few game weeks. He's now at 6th. Andrew Henning at 5th place. And 4th place you have Jibril Fall. 3rd place we have Ahmed Tijan Suleimani. And 2nd place we have Pratek Aurora. And still number 1 myself.
No
I
one's
have
gonna
kind of
catch you, Jama.
extend the gap by 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Congratulations,
looking
Shama.
it is looking unlikely. It is looking very unlikely now. I think I'm
You using most of your luck for this season, yeah? Like let's see how you're gonna do next season.
yeah. That's the most important part. Yeah.
Hope you continue doing well.
Hopefully. But yeah, let me
Yeah.
enjoy this season while it lasts. Then next season we will see what happens. It's gonna be a new season all over again. Yeah, guys, there you have it. That is the Kotu Classic Mini League update and the game week 35, our team review. So now we will look into the big one, which is double game week. There. Okay, let's go. Okay then, guys, let's move into the fixtures of game week 36. Here are the fixtures for game week 36. A lot of teams doubling in game week 36. Yeah, a lot of them. All the big teams are doubling. Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, um, Arsenal. You know, I think Manchester United are the only one who are missing the party. This double game week party. Chelsea themselves are doubling as well, and also you can have Leicester City doubling, Aston Villa they are doubling, Everton they are doubling, even Norwich and Wolves, and also Watford are doubling. So there are loads of double game week players. Okay, this is the biggest double we have this season. Which fixtures or which teams are you particularly interested in going into this double?
Um, well, definitely Spurs fixtures. I'm having my hopes high,
Yeah.
and also Arsenal. I think those two teams are the teams that I have the most players from
Mm-hmm.
in my team.
Liverpool. Yeah.
And yeah, and Liverpool. I don't know at this point. I can't. Yeah. I was just looking at the screen, and you chose two players that I want in my team right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You want in
So
your team.
like yeah, yeah. So instead of Salah, maybe Mane is kind of in the form right now.
Yeah. He's in the form.
Yeah, and De Bruyne also.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like when I think the first season I started playing FPL, De Bruyne was the go-to player. But last season I think he was out for injury for a while, and then like a lot of the managers stop having him in their teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, De Bruyne is like surprisingly a low selected player, but he's a great player, right? Like he's the one scoring all the goals, making chances these days. So yeah,
I can't agree more. Yeah. I agree. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the teams themselves. Manchester City, yeah, De Bruyne, like you say, is a player that we should be targeting, but it's quite hard to get him right because if you consider our structures, if you have, for example, you have Son, Kane, and Salah. So those three players will have already chopped a good chunk of your budget. So it will be very hard to get to De Bruyne. Do you have any plans to get him in?
Oh no, I have no plans. Like I don't intend to get him, but like I'm just hoping that if he was in my team, then
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would have
yeah,
been great. Like I should have planned more, but
yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, but also looking at their fixtures, they play Wolves away from home and then Newcastle at home. I think the Newcastle fixture is quite good. The Wolves one too is quite good because Wolves kind of they are on the beach. If they like to say they are not playing now. They are not playing for anything. They are already uh, guaranteed to stay in the league for next season, and they are not gonna break into the European spots, so they don't have much to play for. So the motivation is not high in that team, and as we know, Manchester City are fighting for the league with Liverpool. So, but how do you think their fixture or their game against Madrid will affect them in this fixture? Because they just get knocked out in the Champions League. Their heads are gone a little bit, but as we know, these are top players, so they should be able to deal with it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Pep's got he's got he can manage the team well.
Yeah.
So I don't think well,
They will not
I'm not
collapse.
sure. Like I'm not sure like how like I mean Champions League is a big thing for all the players, right?
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
and they lost the semifinals, but it's not like they just lost, but they lost
In the dying
in the
minutes.
final few minutes, right?
Yeah,
They if they didn't concede that one goal, then they would have got it. But
yeah.
the way they lost
It's very.
can
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it can give a slight impact on their performance as well. It's too short, right? Like it happened like 2 days ago, and now it's gonna they have to play again this weekend.
Yeah,
They still have this like this mind of like they're still in the lead, 1 point lead to Liverpool.
yeah,
But I think in their mind now they have like this like worry that what if we lose again? What if we concede this goal? I
yeah,
think that's gonna impact like mentally.
yeah. Mentally, it's gonna affect them, right? And the
Yeah,
game was also physical in a way. They played 120
yeah,
minutes of football. Players like Phil
yeah,
Foden, he was a player I was targeting. Amaric
yeah.
Laporte, he was another player I was targeting at City. They all played 120 minutes, and yeah, they were all completely knackered by the time the game finished. Laporte, I had the commentator saying he is holding his groin and things like that. So yeah, physically it affected them, and mentally, like you say, the manner of their loss was very very difficult to take. Um, they are just human beings at the end of the day, so it will affect them mentally. But
Yeah.
If you look at the quality of this team, Manchester City, I think they will still have enough to be able to see out these fixtures. But
Yeah.
but like you say, it will affect them mentally. I hope it affect them to the point that they drop 1 point. So
Yeah. I think it's going. Yeah. The game went to a favor to Liverpool fan side, right?
definitely,
So
yeah.
you should be I think you have more higher hopes than last
Than
week
before.
before the Champions League game. Yeah.
Definitely. That's the right thing to say, exactly. But I still
Yeah.
think they have enough to see out these results. But I'm just hoping now, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that kind of changed my take about them in terms of fantasy, because I was considering Laporte and Foden very highly before the Champions League. But after that, I felt I can go without them. Like, I don't need to make those transfer, especially with my team being in the shape it is in. I don't see the upside in going with the Manchester City players. So I might just ride it out. It might come back to haunt. It might come back to haunt me, but I feel I can go without them. Do you think so? We can do without them.
Well, I don't really want to, think about Champions League and Premier League at the same,
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
think as the same thing. Like what happens in like cup games doesn't necessarily reflect on in the league game as well, right?
it does not, of course.
So I think, yeah, like I always try to think as a separate thing. Cup is a cup, and then a league as a league.
Uh huh.
So yeah, I don't really judge. Obviously, if they get injured or if you see slight,
Yeah, tiredness. Yeah,
tiredness,
yeah,
yeah, then I would maybe I would consider that when I select my team.
yeah.
But like not results or
No,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know, like
of course not the result. I'm not considering the result. I still feel they will win the games, but I just feel because of the mental and the physical impact that the game had on them.
yeah.
And also
I, I,
we know Pep Guardiola, he likes to rotate his team, so there were players who were rested. So for example, Laporte, he played 120 minutes. They had Ake, who is also a good centre back. He played 0 minutes in that game, so it will make sense for Guardiola to bring in Ake instead of Laporte. So this is the line I am thinking about that fixture, to say, okay, maybe I wanted Laporte, but it's not no more as like a big move I wanted, like before, like it is now. It is not as important as it was before as it is now. Don't you think so? That is the point.
well, I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I think I have a different like different ways of thinking.
Okay.
So like, there's a reason why Laporte was always playing as a starter
Yeah.
and not Ake. Yeah, Ake is a great player and he does start, once in
Yeah.
a while, but Laporte was always the priority, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that Guardiola is thinking that he fits more into the team than Ake,
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
or
100%.
yeah. So if you think about that, and if there, every game in the league still is a very
Important.
important game for Manchester City.
Yeah.
So if you're a manager, like I don't know what kind of state the players are at right now. They played 120 minutes, yes, but they're used to playing into this, like, this busy scheduled. They play in the Premier League. They have a lot of games to play every week. It's not just this time. And if they're like trying to go for the championship, I don't know. I don't know if I would select the player that maybe the second best player in the team as a center back. I think I would still go for the first player. Just because you're going for the championship. And if you see something wrong during the game, maybe I'll make the change
Okay.
early in the game. But yeah, maybe I will still go for the best player, the best choice you have.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a manager, I've never played in a professional world, so I don't know. I'm just like, I only played FIFA, so obviously FIFA players, they can always play 100% every game after game, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Definitely. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
But
yeah, that's yeah.
I just feel it's a worry for me. It's just a worry. If I was to go with this player, like, I don't want to go with him anymore because of that. Because of this concern I have. So, like, I don't have the 100% certainty or the 100% confidence in me that he will start. Yeah, that kind of that's it.
Yeah.
But of course, I know I agree with you 100% that Laporte is the better player. he's expected to play. But if he's bench, it's not gonna be a surprise because of what happened
Yeah.
over the past
Yeah.
week.
Also like from my past experience, this is my third season playing FPL, but I always think that, there's a player that I want to bring in, and
Uh-huh.
if I don't bring them in,
Uh-huh.
they tend to play well, or you know
Yeah,
get a lot of points.
yeah,
So I just don't want to miss it.
yeah. The opportunity. You see an opportunity, you want to take it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, who are the three players you will consider at City? If you were on a free hit, we will not draft a free hit, but if you were on a free hit, which three Manchester City players will you get in your team?
Manchester City players: De Bruyne, Jesus,
Uh-huh.
and Cancelo.
Cancelo. Yeah, I cannot agree more. I think those three. Maybe I would. Yeah, it will be difficult, but
It's difficult, yeah.
yeah, but
No,
I think De Bruyne
like
and Cancelo will be two of them. De Bruyne and
yeah,
Cancelo.
Jesus is I just said Jesus because he's on fire right now.
Right now, yeah,
But
yeah.
like I would also go for Mahrez.
Mahrez. Yeah,
Yeah,
he played 70 minutes, so he should start, and he scored the goal, so he was doing well until
yeah.
he went out. Sterling, how about Sterling? He has not been playing well a lot, right?
No, yeah, I think there was a point where I wanted to bring him in,
Uh,
like maybe in the earlier um in the season, or maybe during the mid season, but now I think he's gone toned down again, so
yeah. How about
maybe
Foden?
this is not the timing to bring him in.
Foden?
Foden is a tricky one. He's like Mount for me from Chelsea.
Uh-huh.
Like he's a very good player. Like,
Yeah.
he can, make the changes, he can create chances,
Uh-huh.
but he's not consistent. I mean, consistent as an FPL perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know about Foden. Maybe some one of the player to look forward for the next
Next
season,
season.
but maybe at this point, I'm not expecting him to score a lot of points.
I like him though. I like Foden a lot. I think for me, if there was no issue with the what happened, I think De Bruyne, Foden, and Cancelo will be the three I will pick for me personally. But next, let's look at
Yeah.
Liverpool. I think Salah and Trent, those two are fixed for everybody. So who's gonna be the third Liverpool player we should consider for the on the free K on the free hit?
Luis Diaz looks juicy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I like that one.
Luis Diaz.
And he did not start
Yeah,
the
it's
Champions
it's
League game, right? So that means he
yeah,
should
it's
start.
tricky. It's tricky. Like you can't expect them to start all the game, right? There's Jota,
Yeah,
you
Firmino is
know,
back.
you know, Firmino's back, Mane, Salah, those five players.
Yeah,
You don't know how Klopp's gonna rotate. Most likely Salah's there, but last week, he didn't start because he was rested. So yeah, like those five players, I think that you should at least have two of them.
yeah,
If not, like one for sure, maybe two.
yeah.
And then maybe I would go for Trent and Robertson duo.
Oh yeah, with Salah
I
also.
think that's a safer side.
Yeah, you talk about Mane too. I think Mane too is an option, but it's just for me, the only reason why I will not go Mane is because of the penalties. Salah. Right now, if you look at them pound for pound in terms of performance, I think Mane is matching Salah in what his Salah is doing. But just
Yeah.
because Salah have the penalties, I just cannot go for Mane, and they are almost of the same. Mane is a little bit cheaper, but I cannot double up on them because they are too. Mane is too expensive too as well. So like you say, it's trend for me. Salah, those are the two, and then the third one. It depends on what you are as a manager. If you are want to be a very safe manager, I think Van Dijk is the safest one to have. If you want to be that, that like you say, the juicy one, you want to pick that. Diaz is the one, 100%. Especially if you're on a free hit,
Yeah.
I will go Diaz. And if you want that upside and also some kind of uh
Make a difference.
yeah, I think Robertson maybe. But the
Robertson.
problem
Yeah.
with Robertson is he is the old. Trent was rested last week. Salah was rested last week. Mane usually get his rest. Diaz usually get his rest. Van Dijk is the player who never gets a rest. I think in the league he plays almost every game at now at early end of the season. Robertson, he has a very able deputy in Simicas, so it means his rest is due. He did not rest in the Champions League. He did not rest last week. So if the next rest is gonna come in that defense, I expect it to be Robertson. So there's that risk there, but he also have a good upside. So yeah, for me, if I was on the free hit, I will go Diaz, like you say, instead.
Ooh,
Yeah. So the other teams,
that's
Spurs, I think
interesting.
is Kane and Son. Right? And Kulusevski,
Yeah,
those three, if you can have them, if you are on a free.
yeah,
But I don't think on a free hit anybody will want to go Spurs because they play Arsenal and Liverpool, so that's a bit tricky fixture. So maybe one or two of them. Let's say Son. If I was on a free hit, I think I will only go Son and then beat the other two. Arsenal, Saka,
yeah. Saka. I think
Nketiah.
Arsenal. Nah, nah.
You were not impressed with Nketiah last time against West Ham. He was very impressive, to be honest. He took the
No,
most of
it's
us.
but yeah, impressive and delivering points are different, right?
For me, they are very related because for me, if you are being impressive, that tells me you are gonna deliver some points in the future. That is how
Yeah,
I determine who's good because we are trying to predict the future. We are not trying to get the points that passed. So Nketiah doing well tells me, okay, this guy he's gonna stay in the team and he's gonna likely score. Against West Ham, he should have scored. To be honest, he against Man United, you remember that game? We watched it together. He was very impressive.
yeah,
He scored and then the goal was chopped up, and then he was very
yeah.
close to getting something right. So yeah,
Hmm.
I know you. I know where you're talking from. You are talking about the form in terms of points he delivered. It's not in the bag, but he's looking like a potential. That is what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. And Katia, someone to look forward to as well.
That's as well.
Not
Yeah.
nice, nice price as well, right?
Nice price.
There
Five
was like
point four.
four point
Five
five
point
point
four.
four. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it. Leicester, I don't think I don't want to touch there. If I was on a free hit. You will you? Except the
I
goalkeeper.
well, I have a goalkeeper. Yeah,
Except
so
the goalkeeper, I will not want to because the goalkeeper is not rotated, right? But the rest, you don't know who's gonna play. So it's
no.
difficult to
I yeah, I that's why I got rid of Madison last week for
yeah.
Coutinho, and that worked out.
Exactly. So those are the fixtures for double game week 36. We will go into our teams. And then yeah, the big double. Let's start with your team, Drevske. This
Yeah, so yeah, surprisingly, I had all players playing double game.
yeah.
Surprise, surprise. I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. You know,
You expect it?
plan.
You
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
plan?
plan to have this,
Yeah,
but
because there
I
are a lot of
mean,
doubles,
there.
right?
Yeah, there's a lot of double, so like it wasn't difficult to get all players playing double game week, the
Yeah.
double game. But yeah, I don't know, like so there's a slight worry that Laporte,
Uh-huh.
if he would play 2 games this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, also, I don't know. Basically, if one of the players, doesn't play one of the games that's scheduled,
Yeah.
then I don't have the bench to cover, right? Like, Gelhardt and Amarty, they do play two games, but they're not the ones that I expect them to score high points.
Yeah.
So I really do want everyone to play 2 games.
Mhm.
And yeah, like captaincy pick, I haven't really decided. I have it on Saka at the moment, but I was sort of like putting it, giving the captaincy to Coutinho, but he's playing Liverpool, so I can't really expect him scoring a lot of points there.
Yeah.
Maybe Pookie, but it seems like ever since I started playing him as a starting 11, he stopped
Doing
performing.
well.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's tricky, the captaincy pick. But yeah, I haven't made a change actually from last game week. The players are all the same.
So you have a free transfer for this game week.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
gonna. I'm
you plan to keep it? You plan
yeah.
to roll it? Oh, okay.
At the moment, yes, but maybe I might switch around Laporte with another Man City player if I can, if my fund
Allows.
allows.
Yeah. I think for the Leopard one, if you have him, you just stick with him. Maybe he might not play both games because of course if he keeps one clean sheet and then miss the other game, it's still not a bad point tally to
No,
have. Of course,
I'm happy if he only plays 60 games for the two. He starts and plays 60 and just walks off with 0 goals conceded.
yeah,
That's enough for me.
that should be enough. Yeah,
That's an
exactly.
ideal world. It's
Ex-
not gonna happen for sure. I can guarantee it's not gonna happen like that.
yeah, definitely, definitely. But the when you see a lot of free like double game week players in your team, it kind of confuses me because I don't know which transfers to make in my team. I see everybody is having a double because you don't want to take out a double game week player in your team, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also in the same situation like you. And also, yeah, like I think you are worrying about your bench. I think this is a week where you should not worry much about your bench. Even if you don't have any player playing, because all these players you have in your team, they will play at least 1 minute. For sure, in these two games, they will play at least 1 minute. And if they play 1 minute, nobody is coming off your bench, right? So you just have to hope that they play more minutes. The players in
Yeah.
your team, they play more minutes in their two double game weeks. But yeah, otherwise, I think the team is solid. The only concern, the only how did I say? Is it concern? No, it's not concern. Like the one point that I am kind of is your captaincy. You have Son, you have Salah, you have Kane, but you are not thinking about those three players, and you are thinking about the Coutinhos, the Sakas, and they
Yeah.
all have double game. They all have double game weeks, but they also have that. It's a very difficult double game week. In kind of the one of the fixtures is difficult. Saka goes to Tottenham. Coutinho plays at home to Liverpool. So those are double. But you have Salah. He plays in terms of quality, it's different quality, right? In terms of the quality
Mhm.
of the player, the caliber of player is different. But the fixtures, there is not much difference in it. Why are you thinking about these players who are low scoring players over the players who are high scoring? What is your thinking there?
Well, it's a little bit of a gut feeling,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
and just the current form that they're at right now.
Yeah.
Spurs and Liverpool game, I can't really, again, I don't know the history between them
Yeah.
that much, but I can't, like, just looking at how they play,
Yeah.
I can't think. I don't really see Spurs conceding so many goals.
Yeah.
If they concede, that could be like, maybe 3 goals or 4 goals. It can happen like that because it's Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see Salah scoring all the goals. I can see like a lot of different players,
Yeah.
like Mane can score, Diaz can score, Jota can score. There are so many players from Liverpool who can score. And
Yeah.
like, so if you think that way, Arsenal, it's only Saka from the team that's, creating chances. Maybe Nketiah is there as well, but Saka's always kind of there to have a big chance to
I
be
agree.
part of the
I get the
goal
point.
scene,
Yeah.
scoring scene. And so is Coutinho, right? So
Yeah.
if you see it as if you see their team as a whole, you feel like, Son and Kane as well. They're two players that can score, can take a big points, right?
Yeah.
So rather than going into like, like going to Saka or Coutinho, like as a team,
Uh-huh.
is already a bigger chance of earning more bigger points than going for Son and Kane. Like last game week, like I picked Kane as a captain, but it was actually Son, right?
Yeah.
Who scored more goals and earned points.
Uh-huh.
So I just don't want to feel like I'm taking a gamble within my team, and I keep on losing.
Okay.
So
Okay. You know when
so it
yeah, like those variants that happens, like it can go this way or that way. You just want to go with the
yeah,
one who will score the points for the particular team if they score the points, and that is
exactly, yeah.
in your case is Saka. I get the thinking. I get the thinking behind it. Yeah, but yeah, that is one aspect of it. But like I said too, it's about quality. Like Salah, every time he plays, he racks up about 5 or 6 chances in the game. It does not matter which
Yeah.
teams he played against. It's Manchester City or something. Despite Liverpool are scoring 80 something goals in the season. They are the highest scorer, 83 points. Tottenham, they are scoring 67 or something. So Liverpool completely, as a team, they will score more. And also as a team, they will vary more in terms of scoring. Different players will score
Yeah,
compared to compared to
exactly, yeah.
compared to Tottenham. Yeah, I understand that. And
So
Saka,
I'm still going for the bigger points, right? Like I'm not obviously Salah, I think, is a safer choice to go for a captain,
yeah.
but Saka's got more chance to score higher points than Salah if you think about this game week.
Yeah, if you think about Leeds,
Is
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's just my thinking. But just because that's, I think, in a way,
Uh huh.
the way I think about my captaincy,
Yeah.
it makes it harder for me to use the triple captain, right?
Yeah.
Because I know somewhere in my mind, I know that it's gonna be Salah. It's gonna be Salah, but
Yeah.
I'm not choosing Salah as a captain this game week,
Yeah.
and I'm going for Saka,
Uh huh.
but it's not 100% confident that I'm
Confident level, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of like, you know in my mind, it's I always have the, you know, I don't have the guts to press that triple captain button
on
every
Salah.
game week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel you. I feel you very well. And do you know there is something they call in the FPL community effective ownership. Effective ownership about ownership
Hmm.
of players. I know about it. Um, I don't really take it seriously. I don't consider it like it's not something I think about when I make my decisions. And from the way you are speaking, I can say you are somebody who doesn't even really care about it. You don't even effective owner is basically for example, the ownership of the player combining their captaincy, their triple captaincy. For example, if Salah is owned by 10 players out of 20 players, he is 50% owned, right? So if all these 10 players out of the 20 captain Salah, it means they get him double times, right? So his
Yeah.
effective ownership means they multiplied by 2, which is 100%. If for example, if everybody triple captain him, he gets an effective ownership of 150% multiplied by 3. So that means if Salah scores points and you don't have him in your team, it affects you by 150% rise,
Yeah.
something like that. That is the line of effective ownership. So that's why you see players like how they affect you in your rank and how they. So some managers, they are so worried about how many managers own these players rather than
Right. Yeah.
how many
Yeah.
points they are gonna score. So like you say, you are talking like I am more concerned with the points I can get from these
Mm.
players. Where can I get more points, the upside, than thinking about who owns the players and not. I like that
Yeah.
that way of thinking. I like to play that way, but I'm also a little bit cautious about this effective ownership thing. I'm kind of a
Yeah.
little bit, but it does not affect my
I
decisions.
I think I thought, you know, I was um I think I had that way of thinking last season when I was higher in the table.
Yeah,
Like, so if you're competing with someone else and if you're at the top of the table, then you
yeah,
always try to, you know, you tend to think the way that, you know, your team has to be the way everyone else is so that you don't get the points gap, right? Or
yeah,
like you don't get the player, the managers below you to catch up.
yeah,
But because I'm at the lower half of the table this season,
yeah. You can
like
expect.
you know, I just need to be different from other managers.
Yeah, I
I
get
need
it.
to think of a way to get more points than other managers
Mhm.
to finish at the higher table, at the higher position
I
in the
love it. I
table.
love it. To be honest, I love
So yeah.
the way you're playing it. I yeah,
So
I would
yeah.
play, I would play. I would have played maybe similar to you. Yeah, but you know, I am in a different rank right now, so my thinking is
Yeah.
different. But
Yeah. So
I am
yeah, I think you're more conservative, right?
exactly, exactly. So I like the
Yeah.
way of the way you are playing it. You are not taking you are ready to take the risk, and you know
Yeah. Yeah.
what the risks are, but you are ready to take
Yeah.
them anyways. I love that.
I'm ready to take the risk, but I can't, you know, I just can't click the triple captain button.
But you can,
I'm
man.
a
You can.
coward.
Yeah, but I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So let's go to my team. You can see it's completely different. I already hit the triple captain button. I am already sure that
Nice.
I'm gonna give it to.
You're the man.
I'm gonna give it to Salah because you know I am in like if I look at the team until the end of the season, I don't see any better option for triple captaincy than Salah. Maybe if I had KDB in this team, I could consider him as a triple captain option because Man City play Wolves and Newcastle. Salah played Tottenham and Aston. But it's very hard for me to get KDB because it means I will have to get rid of Son, or I will have to get rid of Salah, or I will have to get like through a very hard route to get to KDB. So at the end, it's practically impossible to get to KDB. So that means I will have to do this. So yeah, Salah will be my triple captain, and yeah, yeah, it does not matter. But in goal, I have Ramsdale. Just like you said, I have my whole team playing a double game week. So I have Ramsdale in goal, Fofana, Van Dijk, Cancelo, and Trent in the back, and then Saka, Coutinho, Kulusevski, Salah, and Son, and then Ketia is gonna lead my line. The only thing I'm not sure about is Iheanacho. Iheanacho could come in for Kulusevski or Fofana, so I want us to talk about that. Iheanacho, Kulusevski, Fofana. One of these three has to start, or two of these three have to start, and somebody has to go to the bench. Who would you choose
Yeah.
for your bench if you were in my position?
I would choose Fofana for my bench.
Yeah.
I think there's no it's pretty straightforward for me, right?
Uh-huh.
Fofana.
Okay. Why will you choose Fofana? If he plays two games against Everton and Norwich, he starts both games. Okay.
Yeah.
If okay, let's take it that way. If all three players start both
Mm.
games against Norwich Fofana against
Iheanacho
Everton
and
and Norwich.
Fofana.
Yeah, Hinacho and Fofana against Everton and
Yeah.
Norwich, and Kulusevski against Liverpool and Arsenal. So who will you bench if that is the first case scenario, right? Then after we will see where, because I don't think he have to start both games, but I can see
Yeah.
Fofana starting both games.
Yeah. For me, defenders to play as a starting 11 in my team,
Yeah,
it's I always think if the team has the potential to finish the game clean sheet,
yeah,
I think that's the first question I ask myself.
yeah,
You know, and obviously it's not like I always have the defenders that I have Burn, for example, from Newcastle,
yeah,
that you don't really expect Newcastle to finish a clean sheet every game, right?
yeah,
But then if you don't if you think the defender doesn't finish the game clean sheet, the next thing you ask is, oh, if this defender has the potential to make an assist or score a goal.
yeah,
And I think Fofana doesn't lie under any of those for me.
yeah.
That's my
Definitely,
perspective.
I agree.
Yeah. So if you think that way, Iheanacho, I think even if he doesn't start, he's got, he sometimes take penalties, not always, but he's is one of those that takes the penalties.
Uh-huh.
He's a striker. If he comes on, then he's the main target in the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's got more potential to
Points.
finish with higher points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And they're playing against Liverpool and Norwich, is it?
No. Everton and Norwich.
What did I say?
Everton and Norwich at home.
Yeah, Everton and Norwich, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, against Everton, it's going to be a tough game. Everton
I need the relegation
beat Chelsea
points.
last week.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they're still in the relegation battle. So, yeah, I think Everton's going to definitely it's not going to be an easy game against Everton. And Norwich, I have high hopes on Pookie. So, yeah,
okay.
like I think I want to bet more for Iheanacho than Fofana.
I
Kulusevski, I don't even consider him to put on the bench at this point.
yeah.
Like I saw him come on in the second half, the
Okay.
last 20 minutes of the second half, and he does the job. So I don't really see him, like, I don't care if who he's playing.
You will start
He's
him.
like he's the pivot of
Okay.
the team. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I get your point 100%. Fofana, even when I check the like points prediction, something like that, he was lower than both of them. So this
Mm.
is more Iheanacho and Kulusevski are predicted to score more points than him. And like you say, the first thing you think about a defender is his clean sheet potential. I think there is a potential for Leicester to keep a clean sheet. Defensively, they are good, but because of the importance of this game for Everton, maybe Everton might get a goal, or
Yeah.
maybe Everton might can even win because they are just out of the European. And there is also this risk of Fofana not starting the game. And yeah, Norwich. I think I can. To be honest, I know you have Pookie, but I think they can keep a clean sheet against Norwich. Norwich are already relegated in the league. They are the worst team in the league. So, but Pookie can score against any team. We know that. Yeah, I can say Iheanacho is the one with the better point potential. But I also worry about his benching. So it's
Mm.
difficult one for me. Kulusevski, I think he has the harder fixtures. But like you say, he's the better player. He is the more likely to play and start. And like you say, he's pivotal in what Spurs does. So maybe he's the one. So yeah, I will leave it late. Right now, Iheanacho is on the bench. If you look at my phone right now, it's a different one. Maybe Kulusevski is the one on the bench, and maybe before the game week start, it will be Fofana on the bench. So I will think about
Yeah.
that. Those three, who to bench. I also have not used my free transfer. I have one free transfer. I have not used it yet. So I will go into the game week with this probably. But I have also the
Uh,
possibility of bringing Richarlison or another Manchester City player before the game week starts. Just like last week,
if
I
you
said,
yeah, if you're gonna bring Richarlison, then you definitely don't want to start Fofana, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
it's like contradicting from
yeah,
your move to your starting 11.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And also, are you confident with your triple captain,
Um,
Salah? Do you want to use it this game week, or do
yeah,
you not want to wait until next week?
yeah. Next week, I don't see any player who is good enough like Salah to triple captain, because if we look at the fixtures, let me just go back to this double game week fixtures. Next week, Aston Villa, they have Crystal Palace and Burnley. It's good for Coutinho. Coutinho has not scored in 4 or 5 games, even though it's good, but I will not triple captain him. In that Everton, they have a good double game week, Brentford and Crystal Palace. is okay. Richarlison maybe, but I don't think I want to triple captain him. I can captain him, but I don't think my triple captain is too precious to give it to those players. I don't trust them that much. Leicester City, Watford, Chelsea. I'm not gonna go there. Burnley, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and then you have Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Everton. Though there is no player in next game week 37 who I would want to triple captain instead of Salah this week. So I feel the best triple captain for Salah is the game week when we have that was Leeds and Norwich. When we avoided it, we did not do it because I had to play my wildcard that game week then. But I think other than from now on, from game week 36 to game week 38, this is the best chance to triple captain Salah if you have it, and that's why I'm gonna do it. Despite I know the fixtures are difficult for Liverpool, I'm gonna give it on Salah. I'm gonna put it on Salah and just trust his quality to prevail.
Yeah, I mean, just from this conversation, I'm slightly more confident, or I think I'm slightly towards triple captaining Saka this game week.
Yeah, I think if you
maybe you'll see me.
Yeah, if you're confident of that,
manning up.
You should do it. You should do it. You should do it. You should not be scared, because you are chasing at the end of the day. It's either it goes south or it goes north, right? So that's the thing.
Right,
so
guys.
if it goes south, you are fine, happy days. If it goes north, happy days. If it goes south, then you say, okay, yeah, that was it. I was just trying to be different at the end of the day. So you move on to next season. Or you put it already. Whoa, yeah, the triple captain is on
maybe.
Yeah, let's man. I think it was a very nice and short one. Whoops. What did I just do? I think we can close. We can close the pod for today.
Okay.
Do you have any final words before we close it? The triple captain, please hit it.
Triple captain, you'll see me what I do in the next couple of hours.
All right.
It might. Yeah.
But
hopefully,
I am all in. I am all in with the triple captain. Whatever happens. Yeah. It's just let's see what happens. It's Salah.
Hopefully, we keep our green arrow.
Salah anyways. He has a good record against Tottenham. He has a good record against Aston Villa too. I will just say that. This season he did not score in the first leg against Tottenham, but he usually scores a lot.
If this is, good records, I had high hopes on Kane.
Yeah.
Last game, against Leicester, but unfortunately it was Son, right? So if I didn't experience that, he did score.
Yeah.
But there was a better option in my team. It was Son, right?
Yeah.
So if I didn't experience that last game week, maybe I would have gone for Salah as well. But this game week I think I still want to stick with Saka and maybe triple captain him, because there's no other games, seems like, looking at the calendar, that that I might have. I might choose
definitely. So guys, there you have it. This was the Kotu Classic FPL podcast game week 36 preview, and I think we covered everything. So we will catch you guys on the next one. Good luck with your triple captains, free hits, bench boost. It's a big double game week, so enjoy the game week. So goodbye guys. Goodbye Riosuke.
Thank you, Chama. Bye.
Bye.